Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back once again to Phatkat Collection. Today's video is brought to you by hdstraps.com. They were nice enough to collaborate with Phatkat Collections and send me 3 of their exotic watch straps. Now, one thing I mentioned, you're probably like, one thing. How many one things do you have? Yeah, so something that I have mentioned in the past is, you guys know I'm basically a bracelet guy when it comes to watches. That's kind of my go-to. But when I do want sort of that, I don't know, pop of color, I'll wear something that's not actually bracelet, right? Whether it be silicone or a rubber strap or some sort of leather type material. I do find a watch starts to look a little bit more dressy and definitely a little more subdued when you have just a standard leather strap, for instance, right? Now, one thing I think that sometimes certain watches, especially if you're not getting like the large Invicta watches and you're not looking for something that's really over the top, sometimes I feel that even a watch on a stainless steel bracelet can almost sort of, I don't know, become a little bit boring. So what I did is this company and I reached out to them because I was looking to add some exotic straps to my collection. I think a really great way to, I guess, kind of dress up more of a kind of standard size watch, something that's not really too elaborate. And I'm not saying that, you know, that everybody who has a 40mm watch needs to do that. It really just comes down to if you want something that's a little more flashy. And if you like kind of the flashy exotic stuff, then you're going to love this company. They have a whole slew of different exotic straps, and they have just standard straps. So really nice quality. These, to the best of my knowledge, were custom made for Phatkat Collections. Now, these are not something that you have to special order. Like, it's not something that you have to get. You have to say, oh, I want the Phatkat Collection special. Nothing like that. But I'm saying that it appears that they have these straps made when you order. I don't think they stock a lot of these. So they were awesome. I really hope to collaborate with them again in the future, because this is kind of the fun that I personally have with watch collecting. I could take a watch that maybe I have, you know, in some cases, honestly, never worn, and throw a strap on it that just gives it that little bit of pop that I need, right? And it is a subjective, it is a personality thing. So, and honestly, these watches are beautiful watches, but these straps it really took it to the next level. Because you folks know, it's a little different for me. You know, I get a lot of my watches for free, right? And so a lot of these watches, although they're great, I'll reach out, I'll pick them out, they get worn once, a lot of them, because I have so many different watches. But you know, when you have, for instance, let's just say, for instance, right? I'm gonna use this one example. I'm gonna start off with this one. This is a Spinnaker watch I have, and the strap I'm gonna show you today is a black Stingray strap. This is awesome, and I've been wanting a Stingray strap for a long time. You know, you can look on eBay and Amazon, you could find sort of like faux Stingray straps. To the best of my knowledge, this is authentic. This is genuine Stingray. It has a look of Stingray. And it's just a way to take a standard black strap and give it a little something extra, a little extra pizzazz. And I think Stingray is like really one of my favorite materials when it comes to a watch strap, right? It's a cool material. So this Spinnaker watch, I say this kind of loosely, this is like sort of a Panerai homage. It's, you know, its own thing. If you were to put this side by side and cover up the actual branding, like you would know, okay, that one's a Spinnaker, because it goes in its own direction. But this is a watch that I had on bracelet, and I do like it on the bracelet. But when you have a huge collection of watches, it starts to get to the point where, okay, I'm going to wear a watch today. What am I going to wear? I feel like a Panerai style. Well, I have a Panerai homage by Pagani Design on a bracelet, right? So this one really never gets worn. And so after I ordered these straps, I kind of had an idea in my mind, like what color face I wanted to put this strap on, right? This was going on a black watch or black face watch. Well, this one, just digging through my collection, this face on this is almost like a dark charcoal. And I'll put the link to these watches in the description as well. So I threw it on this, and this has kind of brought, I don't want to say new life into the watch, but it makes me want to wear the watch more. Now, if your only watch in your collection is a Spinnaker, naturally, then you probably wear it a lot more. Like, if this is the only watch you have, it probably isn't going to be like me and sit in the watch case for like 8 months, right? It'll get worn once. But this is not only an incredible watch, but just adding the strap, it kind of makes it like a brand new watch to me, right? And I wore this yesterday, and I found myself just staring at it, right? So let's check out the Stingray. And I'll come back and kind of give you guys the pricing. Awesome quality. Interesting on this too is the way that they put this one together. It doesn't appear to be stitched anyway. It looks like it's sort of like a pressed. I'm not sure how they do it, but every part of this strap, I basically requested the color. He asked me my wrist size, and of course, I got to choose the color buckle. I originally was going to put this on a black watch, and I've said it many times, that a black watch is kind of boring. So I kind of had this set up to put on my Citizen, but once I threw it on the Spinnaker, this is like the perfect watch for it. So of course, the nice thing about owning these is you can change it up and put it on, you know, any watch you want. And I will throw these on the wrist to show you guys what they look like as well. Just a really interesting material. It's probably genuine leather on the back. It's somehow they probably use some kind of like contact cement. I'm just not sure how they make that, but it's incredible. Now this construction is a little different from the other straps. So let me just kind of go through the other ones. Now this next one, this is an Aquasea watch. This is their CUSN8. I call it the Cousin 8. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but this is one of Aquasea, and this is an Oceaniva brand, right? Aquasea is their other company. This is one of their bronze Tiger Eye version watches they came out with. Beautiful watch, all bronze, got that beautiful Tiger Eye. This did come on an incredible kind of embossed alligator strap, which was very nice too. But I find myself, you know, it's very subdued, right? When you're used to wearing things that are a little flashier, again, it is a personal preference, but I want something to kind of give, I love the way that Python looks. So I saw this and I kind of pictured this particular watch on this strap, and I think it looks fantastic. It really brings a little more of an exotic look to it. But you can see this one here is actually stitched. So for whatever reason, the Stingray is not stitched. I'm not sure if that's just a nature you know, I'm not really sure if this is actually like a whole piece of Stingray or if this is like genuine like cowhide on the back. Just not really sure, you know, but it's an incredible look. And again, this is just another example of the amazing exotic straps that they have. Now, I would have preferred this to be a little bit darker, but the caramel color I think does blend really well. And, you know, when I first ordered this, I was like, I don't know if that's going to actually end up on that watch. But after putting it on the watch, it looks pretty incredible. I'll just show you a quick wrist shot. You know, very nice quality strap. And I will come back to their website here and just kind of read to you a little about it. Now this one here, this one kind of confuses me. This one, I didn't actually have a watch that I had in mind for this. But what I did is on this one, I knew with the Stingray that I was going to get like a universal 22 millimeter. It's going to fit on a lot of watches. I can change it up because a lot of the watches I have do have 22 millimeter lug widths. On the Aquasea bronze watch, I went with a 20 millimeter because I don't have that many 20 millimeter watches, and I knew that I wanted this strap on this watch. With this one, I wanted something a little more, I wanted something white, right? And so I've been eyeballing just a generic AliExpress NH35 Submariner homage with the Arabic indices on it. I'll probably pick it up eventually. It's like 80 bucks after like the whole, it was like 60, and then after the whole tariff talk, now it's up to like 89. I'm not sure if that's related or not, but pick it up eventually. But it's got a white bezel insert, white face, and it does come with a white like silicone strap. So I kind of bought this more for the future, but I did have this Duxo laying around. I think this one is their Tiburon. Never wore it, right? And it's on bracelet and it looks great. It's just not my go-to when I'm, you know, wearing, there's so many other watches I have. But I got this Himalayan alligator strap, and this is absolutely incredible. Now, I don't know anything about, I've never even heard of a Himalayan alligator. I'm not sure if that's just the name they give this strap just to, you know, for selling purposes. I don't know. You guys comment in the section. I will definitely Google this as well. But this just kind of gave me the look I was going for, what I will get out of that watch when I eventually get it. Just that all white, just with the black bezel insert. I wish it was white, but you know, it's totally fine. I think it looks fantastic. Just a very cool looking strap. And yeah, I mean, let me just show you what this one looks like too. This is kind of my point. Like with like this Duxo, it honestly will never get. It would never have gotten worn even on the bracelet. But throwing it on the Himalayan alligator, I think it just adds a little something to it that's really gonna make me want to wear this. Right? Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's an amazing watch, and I don't mean to sound like unappreciative, because I am very lucky to have these collaboration agreements and be able to get stuff like this for free and do a video on it, and hopefully you guys buy something, I make commission on it. It's just like a win-win for me, so I am very appreciative about it. So again, beautiful watch, but when you have a lot of watches, it's just not something I generally went to for this particular watch. There's other ones when I want to wear a watch I kind of go to, right? But this, having this strap on it, again, can just breathe some new life into a watch that maybe you bought and you weren't like 100%, you know, you have it, you bought other watches, and you just find you're not really wearing it. You know, sometimes you might just sell the watch, but for me, I'm glad I didn't, because this is kind of the look I was going for. Pretty sweet, right? And we're going to get the pricing in a minute. Let me just go ahead and show you what the other ones look like on the wrist. The exotic straps are really cool. I mean, I just can't... I can't express to you how like excited this kind of makes me to put these on here. Like, it's a lot of fun. It's like I just got 3 brand new watches. I mean, really. I mean, this has just got a real cool shimmer to it. And in the sunlight, this thing just, it really sparkles. Very cool, huh? All right, let's check out the Aquasea bronze watch. This is pretty sweet. Again, man, you know, when I'm wearing a smaller watch, it's like, you know, I go through moods where I feel like wearing a big watch or a small watch. And I'll tell you, like, for you Invicta guys out there, you know, I'm not, you know, I still love the brand, but I do tend to wear the smaller watch. I can't believe I'm saying it. I cannot believe that I've sort of gravitated towards wearing more of the smaller stuff. But again, I still slap on the giant Sea Hunters. It's just nice to have the variety. Sometimes I want to wear that big, giant, flashy stuff when I just want somebody to be staring at my wrist. It's just a lot of fun to me. I love being able to have the ability to accessorize. So check this one out. Just very cool look. I mean, this is a company that I've collaborated with another strap company in the past. I forget the name, and I did get a couple cool straps from them, but you know, I think a lot of times when you're gonna buy, just awesome. A lot of times when you're gonna buy like a watch strap, like in the past when I some company from Vietnam, I did a couple reviews on their straps. You know, it's like I kind of just chose like, all right, here's a 24mm red strap, and I didn't really have kind of a set watch I wanted to put them on. Whereas this, I sort of had an idea in my mind already. And I think when you buy a strap, you know, if you're gonna go with something that's exotic, you know, white and black is always pretty safe. It's going to go with a lot of things. But if you kind of have a watch in your mind that you're like, all right, this doesn't get worn a lot. It's not as flashy as I really, you know, maybe you bought it and you're like, all right, it's going to be a beater watch or something. Maybe you just don't wear it as much. This is a great way to really accessorize, right? You can make one watch with like a standard white or black face, like several watches. So, and you can't really say that for like just genuine leather. It's just not the same. These exotics are really cool. So I'm just going to go, you know, they have a whole bunch of different sections on their website. Again, links are in the description. I was going to read you what they have, and I hope I can collaborate with them again in the future. I would really like to get like an ongoing collaboration with them where I feature, you know, one strap a month or something. And I will discuss that with them because I think this is like, I think a lot of times there's a market for this kind of stuff where guys who are into the flashy stuff, you know, like the Invictas and the Aragons and like many Nubeos, lots of the other watches out there. I think that this is, I'm surprised at like a brand like Duxo, right, that they don't offer some exotics like this, right? So pretty cool. So they have, this is under their strap section. You can get ostrich leg, babel leather, buttero leather, canvas leather, Stefiano leather, Togo leather, beaver tail, python, toad, frog, crocodile, lizard, stingray, snake, and those are mainly the exotics. So, I mean, you have a lot of options there. Now let's go over to the crocodile alligator. Let me see what comes up here. So you have a whole slew of different straps in here, different colors. This one here I didn't see. This is pretty awesome. They got like this vintage brown crocodile. Now I'm trying to find the... Now they have 10 pages, so I'm just going to have to search for Himalayan leather here. And again, I'll put the exact link to these. Let's see if I can find it. It's the only thing with their site. There we go. Himalayan crocodile. Let's see. Ooh, they have a card holder. Himalaya. I wonder why this isn't showing up. I wonder if they're... That's weird. They have... I have to get this wallet. They have actually leather watch roll, $400. That's pretty expensive. Let's see if I can type in Himalayan. That's weird. When I go and search there, I'm not pulling up the Himalayan. I wonder if they're out of stock. You know, for the purpose of the video, when you guys, I'll have some time to search a little more without you guys sitting here staring at me. I'll try to find this and put the link. But let me just try going to, for instance, Stingray. And what I'm doing here, I just want to give you guys kind of a pricing of what these are going to run you. So, man, I feel like oh no, they didn't. They got some really fun colors here. Man, they got this rainbow color. Oh my God, they got a lot of cool. I didn't even see these last time. All right, so I'm not going to go on for hours here. So, something like this, they have 9 pages. So they have a whole slew of Stingray. So generally, their Stingray straps are 60 to like $100. And again, that Stingray is exotic. I think this one is $70. Let me see if I can actually go through here. And I think this is the one. Double side, no pearl. Yeah, that's tough. I'll make sure I have the exact link when you guys actually watch this video. But they do range. A couple are a little more. And I'm not sure why. I think some of these have, like, maybe they come from a different, like, whereas this has, I'm going to call these, I know it's not scales. I think they're called pearls. They're smaller, right? And I think you get ones depending on where they cut that from on the actual Stingray that might be larger and maybe a little more reflective. Might have different properties. Like some of them have more of a rainbow property. Like there's one here called gray metallic Stingray, and there's a double pearl Stingray. So all these are going to have sort of a different sheen. This other one's amazing. There's black rose stone Stingray. I mean, again, this really probably comes down to where they take this from the animal, but you have 9 pages to peruse through and find, one that's going to, maybe you have that one watch that you just don't. Oh my God, they have a tire. Why didn't I see these? These are pretty awesome. All right, so anyway, all excitement and childlike reactions aside, they got a lot of really cool stuff, and the price is going to range $60 to, let's say, about $150. Again, that's kind of the range I'm seeing here for an exotic strap. They have the standard leather straps too. If you were to go into something like, let's see what they got here. Let's see what, ostrich leg. Let's take a look at ostrich leg. So yeah, $80. That's pretty cool too. I don't think ostrich leg is as cool as the Stingray. Here's a Himalayan crocodile strap. So this one here is not the exact one, but just give you a price point, $90. So again, a kind of a broad range, $60 to $150 for these exotics. And if you just want to get standard leather, of course, they have other options for you as well. So very cool. Absolutely love them. I can't really say enough positive things about them. I've been waiting for these for several weeks now. And I mean, super, super happy with what they sent. Let me show you what that one looks like in the wrist. I wore this last night to the casino, and I found myself just consistently looking down at it. I think of the ones they sent me, the Stingray is really my favorite, and I guess I just love the way that it has almost like, a metallic quality to it, where even though it is just a standard strap, right? It's still, I mean, you can kind of see how it reflects. And I think that's what's really cool about these, why you have that kind of bling going on with them, Very cool. So that's it, folks. I'll do another close-up video of these here, just under the close-up macro shots, just to give you guys a little more detail under better lighting. If you guys have any questions, let me know. As always, links in the description. Check them out. If I can help in any way, let me know. I'll definitely do my best to see if I can get you a coupon code too. Maybe you can save a little bit of money, but this is going to be like my go-to for exotic straps. I've been looking for a long time, and this company definitely has pretty reasonable prices. I mean, consider what exotics cost. And I mean, just from what I can tell, awesome quality. So I want to thank HD Straps for the generosity. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and have a great day.